I do think it was telling that in that last drive, I don't believe Pryor was in there after the drop on 1st and 10 and whatever in that next series when they had the ball. And again, as bad as they played, they had the ball with 2 minutes left, under 5. I actually thought we had a reasonable chance to win the game. I don't know, 35, 40% chance. Maybe no one else did, but I actually thought, okay, well, we got 2 minutes here. How many times have we watched an NFL team drive down the field and score? I'm not going to say it was likely, but I thought we definitely had a chance. And we would have stolen that one.
What did you think of the call?
Or
the non-call?
I mean, initially I thought his hand was moving forward, obviously. I still think that.
I think they got jobbed on that call.
If you want to make the argument that the ball was falling out of his hand, okay. They deserve to lose. So that's why I'm not going to fight vociferously on it. But at the end of the day, I think 51-49, they got jobbed. A little bit.
On that play.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it's not the reason they lost the game, but it certainly didn't help.
They deserve to lose the football game.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, there's no saying that they would have scored anyway. But
no, but they did.
It was tough. It's a tough way to lose.
As bad as they played, they had the ball under a touchdown with a chance to win with 2 minutes left. And I'm not going to say I would take that every single week, but when you get outplayed, I would take that every week.
I'll tell you what, people who teased the over with the Skins Eagles were sized.
Yeah, they were. They loved it.
All I could think was the gambling implications. All right, what was your question regarding Pryor? Because I had a thought on that too.
Well, if you think he's going to turn it around, do you think that, like, I actually asked Santana Moss this. My thought on Terrell Pryor in his hands, it reminds me of every NBA player who they say is not a good shooter when they enter the NBA, and they're like, oh, he'll work on a shot to get better. Generally, it doesn't. Like, you can get it better. And, you know, Jason Kidd, they'll point to, well, Jason Kidd's one of the all-time three-point leaders, but he was never a good shooter. You know, he put up a lot of shots.
Magic Johnson got better.
You can get
Jordan
better.
got better.
It can happen, but generally you're right.
Generally you are what you are. Yeah. So I just don't know if he's ever going to be that reliable with his hands. Now, I think he will contribute. He's their number one receiver.
No one predicted playoffs or anything outrageous. The most outrageous predictions you heard for this team were like 10-6, and I didn't hear many of those.
I want to hear from Turpin today. He said he was going to call either way.
Yeah.
He's got to face
I want to hear from the guys who said they were going to win the game 35-17.
Right.
Let's go to Daniel. Daniel, what's up? You're on with the Junkies.
What's up, guys? Just wanted to say a couple things, and I'll probably jump off here and listen. The first thing is Doxson wasn't drafted by Gruden himself. It was the GM, correct?
I mean, it's a team pick.
I'm sure they agreed on it, but yes, McLuhan made the pick.
And the other thing is Pryor, you know, where he's a converted quarterback, he come out and blatantly said that he didn't know how to catch the football.
He said that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Well, he still dropped balls yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins throwing these interceptions in late games, it's starting to become a trend. And it's really disappointing. I know the expectations weren't super high for them this year, but they just gave Gruden that extension. So even if you can't really say he's even on the hot seat because he's got, 2-3 more years left on his deal. So
yeah, but I think they'll whack him if they had to.
Yeah, I mean, they could just rip that up.
If they had to. I'll say this.
But you're right. You make good points.
JP will mock me for it, and he did at the time. I thought giving him an extension was okay if it was like a factor for it wasn't, had no impact.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody's going to die on the vine and say that Jay is some extraordinary coach, I'm not willing to go there. I think he's very average.
Look, if he doesn't go to the playoffs, he doesn't go to the playoffs in 4 of the 5 years, then why are you keeping him around?
Right.
Because for
if you're not seeing a progression,
just for continuity,
if the team's not getting better, I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
The whole continuity.
Well, I'm not fighting vociferously for it. If you fired Jay Gruden, I wouldn't shed one tear for him. I would be only jealous of his bank account.
Come on, E-Big. I'm a good guy.
Yeah. You know, it's fine. I've said all along he's uninspiring on the sideline.
I'm really good in season openers.
I love Jay in a press conference because I think he's very honest. I hate him on the sideline. I hate his demeanor. I just think he looks just sort of like the game's beyond his control. In fact, I found it hysterical that if you notice, his play sheet was all crumbled up in his hand at one point. Like these things are like these laminated play sheets.
Usually they're very neat.
Usually these guys are very anal. Yes. They have their different colored markers. His was all crumpled up in his hand.
Hey,
like a napkin.
It's not a cocktail napkin from Bonefish.
I don't know, but I'm begging someone to go through the tape. You'll see it. There was a moment there where he was calling, and it was just the frustration, and also because I envision him as just like a sloppy guy. Like his office is a wreck. You know what I mean? Like he's just a guy's guy. And that play sheet, I believe it was also laminated, was all crumpled up in his hand.
Hey, where'd that Sean kid go? That kid that called all the plays. Where'd that guy? Where's that guy?
Back.
They just dropped 46 or whatever they did.
And I guess it would have been
Colts.
I said 4 out of 5 would be 3 out of 4 after this year.
Right.
This is his 4th year. But if he's worse this year than he was last year, okay, so he was 9-7 2 years ago, 8-7-1. Let's just say he goes 5-11 or 6-10. You're obviously getting worse.